Hey everybody, it's Mike from GetYourRockOut and I am here at Sound Control with David from Ageless Oblivion. How are you doing, mate?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing alright. I understand you just joined the tour last night, didn't you?
You did, yes. Yeah, we're doing the whole UK leg and we're doing 4 dates in Europe as well, so it's the first time going out to Europe. First time staying on a fucking nightliner as well, which is very exciting and stinky, but it's part of the fun really, isn't it? But yeah, so me and Cardiff last night was pretty fucking cool. So yeah, we're looking forward to playing tonight.
How did you get on the tour then? Did they come to you or did you approach them? How did it happen?
We approached them. Well, our booking, our management caught wind of the tour, and you know it kind of coincided because we had our album coming out around that kind of month. So we thought, yeah, I mean, we approached them, said, you know, can we, you know, join the tour, and we just kind of went from there, really. I mean, it's just an opportunity we felt we had to take. So yeah, so it was us that were asked to be on it, basically.
What are your thoughts on Gorgoroth? They're kind of a notorious name in extreme metal, especially this particular lineup. What are your thoughts on them?
Well, they can pull it off, definitely. I mean, we're fans of both Gorgoroth, and we've got a host from Tark doing vocals at the moment, and judging by last night when they played in Cardiff, they were fucking brilliant. So, I mean, I don't know who's the only original member now. It's Infernus, isn't it? I think so. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people might argue. I mean, are you a fan of Only Fools and Horses? Yeah. So you know, like Trigger's Broom. Well, a lot of people say there's a point where it's not the band anymore, but no, I think they fucking killed it last night, and I don't think any of the fans really care too much. So you go to see the music, the performance, don't you? Not really just to see a certain member of the band. So I don't think it really matters too much, to be honest.
That's fair enough. Let's talk about you guys' new album then, which has come out just this last month. Dom Lawson had a great quote about it. He said that you guys are the actual future of metal. The actual future of metal.
Yes.
What can you point to on the new album that maybe solidifies that opinion?
Oh God. Well, I mean, this is the thing. When we kind of wrote the album, and the same when we wrote the first album, we didn't really go with an approach to be the actual future of anything. We just kind of wrote what we, you know, just played music we wanted to play. We didn't have any kind of ideas of. We just wanted to create an album that we were proud of. I mean, the fact that it's getting all this amazing kind of. All these incredible reactions, it means a fucking lot to us, but to be honest, it wouldn't really matter if everyone fucking hated it. But I mean, it is I mean, what do you say, pointing to parts of the album, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I guess I think a lot of people are enjoying the fact that we managed to blend two kind of different aspects of metal. You've got the whole kind of fast technical side of things, and then you've got the more kind of atmospheric, more bleak, more just kind of super dark kind of aspect to it. And you know, I mean, the main influence in the band, or especially for me, is Neurosis, but we've all grew up playing extreme metal, so we've got that kind of influence, and we kind of put it into our playing, so it just kind of came out the way it did, and people seem to enjoy it, and yeah, we couldn't be fucking happier with the reaction so far.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because a lot of the press is, you know, you guys are kind of a bridge between the two different strands of death metal. So I was going to ask you about like your influences, but have you seen the way things are done and decided, all right, we're going to go in a different direction then in order to create this kind of unique style? Well,
I mean, again, like we didn't really go into it with a direction. We have all these kind of different influences. I mean, one of the main influences on writing the last record was the composer Arvo Pärt, and a lot of minimalism and things like that. So we just wanted to make it as just dark as possible and as just heavy as we possibly can. I mean, you don't have to be playing at fucking 320 BPM just to be an extreme band. So, you know, like I said, we didn't really have any expectations for it. The fact that people like it is, like I said, absolutely means the world to us. But we wouldn't mind if people hated it. So. I don't really know what to say about that, really.
That's fair enough. You guys agree with that? Yeah. All his bandmates are looking on. How about when you do a live show, when you're in a venue like this then? It sounds like a lot of people are really impressed with an epic sound that you guys have. You guys are able to create a sweeping kind of room-filling vibe in a way. How do you match up for the live shows with what you have on record?
Well, I mean, we always try and blend as much of it. It needs to flow properly. We don't want to be just like, you know, be song stop, song stop, song stop. It has to have an atmosphere. It has to move. I mean, it's the same as we approach the album. When you approach a performance, it has to almost be a song in itself. It has to have its kind of peaks and, you know, bring things down, have some dynamics. So I think the way we approach it is we try and be as try and really create an atmosphere. So I think that's kind of lost on a lot of bands, because I mean, a lot of bands live, especially with death metal, because death metal is renowned. I mean, one of my favourite quotes is from I can't tell you where it's from, but it's Alex Webster said it. He said that death metal is music for musicians who want to push themselves. So you do find that a lot of bands are just like does seem sometimes just like collections of riffs. But with us, we just wanted to bring that kind of atmosphere back a bit more from the bands that we love, like Neurosis and Cult of Luna, but still keep that kind of face-melting element to it, I suppose. So, yeah, just create an atmosphere and have some fucking fun when we play live.
That's cool. What's next for you guys after this tour's finished then?
Well, we are actually throwing some ideas around for our third release, because it took us so long to write this one, because we wanted to create an epic, so it took a few years to do that. So 3 years between an album is, even to us, that's not really acceptable. So we're working as hard as we possibly can to write, throw around some ideas and have another release hopefully within the next year or next 2 years. We're looking at going out maybe again in October, November. Trying to get on some festivals, but nothing obviously anything I can say for definite. But I mean, this year is extremely important to us because of the new record, and we feel this is the biggest chance we're going to have to experience the planet, really, and meet new people and play some extreme music. So yeah, tours and new music coming soon, hopefully.
There isn't a danger then of, you've spent so much time on this album and then kind of wanting to get something out, quickly afterwards? There isn't a danger of it being too rushed or anything?
We would never rush it. I mean, if it will be ready when it's ready. I mean, we might do something like an EP next. We do have actually other ideas as well. Like, we're thinking of maybe just doing just one song, but create a very long kind of soundscapey, kind of heavy, epic. Just maybe release that on vinyl or something that there's something to bridge the gap between the next album. But no, we wouldn't rush anything. We'll take as long as it needs. We don't really adhere to or listen to any kind of pressure we'd ever get from fans or from. I know it sounds brutal, but we are doing this music for us. We do it because we enjoy doing it. And if we felt it was being rushed or we weren't happy with the end result, then we wouldn't release it. Simple as that.
All right, well, we'll have to wrap this up, I'm afraid. But do you have a message into the camera for all our readers at Get Your Rock Out?
Don't keep the faith, and support the underground. That's all I can say, really.
David from Ageless Oblivion, thank you very much, man. Have a good show tonight.
Thank you very much, sir.
Cheers.
See you soon.